mute until you are ready to speak. Well, let's do it, folks. It's time to go from the green room to the show. So, five, four, three, two, one. Grand rising and welcome to Good Morning Experts. I'm Troy Gandy, your index voice of inspiration, and I have the extreme pleasure to present the sum and introduce the others, none other than the host of this morning's Pass the Ball segment. You've been missing him. I know you have. We talking about the man that has the reputation of being a master builder. He's that six-figure ring earner and gold legacy member. We talking about the first shareholder in Washington, D.C., known to this family as the man of courageous conversation. He gonna give it to you. Yep. We talking about Uncle Jack. Come out. Come out. Come out.
Thank you for that introduction, that wonderful introduction. You know, Troy gonna be on 2,000, right? You be on. I'm only on 10 right now. I'm at the optimum maximum operating capacity, but he on 1,000. So thank you for that, Troy. I appreciate that.
You're
Yes,
welcome,
glad to
sir.
be back. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. It is Turned Up Tuesday here at the biggest, baddest CEO meetup on the planet. My question, y'all, is can you hear me loud and clear?
Whoop, whoop. Yes, sir.
All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially in the tip drill version of Pass the Ball. So you know I got three questions for y'all. First, let me say, 𝗯𝗿𝗲𝗀, thank you so much for being the perfect shotgun rider to be able to sit in and cover for me in my absence. Y'all give it up for 𝗯𝗿𝗲𝗀, who always, always covers for Uncle Jock
She's
in a
that girl.
profession. Yes,
The right
in a
sister.
The
in a
right sister.
professional manner.
She's
The
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 right
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 sister. Thank
sister.
sister.
you. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm off of mute. I got three questions for y'all. Team,
Hmm.
how y'all feel?
Fired
Fired
up.
up.
My
And what's up?
income. My
My
income.
income.
And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody gets a green
Everybody
sheet.
get a
Green sheet.
green sheet.
Everybody gets a green sheet. I'm gonna play it all. There we go. There we go.
Get your green sheet. Everybody get your green sheet. Get your green sheet. Everybody get your green sheet. Get your green sheet. Everybody get your green sheet. Get your green sheet. Everybody get your green sheet.
Hey, from behind. Yeah.
All right. So real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta push this. I gotta do this because we only got one more day left. If you ain't registered for Inside the Studio, hold on. I'm gonna back up a little bit because I had fun asking Dr.
Mhm.
Mark this question last week, right? I'm gonna pose a different type of question, but um, y'all hear the youngins always saying, "Let them cook," right? You ever heard that? Let them cook.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the phrase, but I'm gonna apply it somewhere else, right? How
Okay.
often do us as humans, how often do we need to eat?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. So
Every
all the
day.
time. It doesn't stop, right? Always need to be fed. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
picking up what I'm putting down?
Mm-hmm.
So inside the studio, I'm trying to tell y'all, we're gonna have another component where Uncle Jock is going to have a breakout room and be doing as Eric is going over some of you all you know how Eric does the branding like in real time. Well, guess what? We got assembly line going on because I'm gonna be in the breakout room doing individual brand tracks for the people that are going to be inside the studio. So you're going to be leaving inside the studio. You're going to have a track that's going to be for your individual brand. So if y'all been around the block, like I said, you always got to be fed. The studio is always open. So it's going to be up to you to get inside of it. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Whoever goes around this go round, it's going to be some extra add-ons and plugins that was not in the last go round. So I'm just throwing that out there because as we talked about what the big picture is going to look like, bringing entertainment into the life insurance industry. And Coach Erik and myself, we got something very, very different, unique, special, and attractive, but you can only get it if you come through our unique training inside the studio. So that's that plug. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I see okay. I see the hand, you know, this guy's always gonna be he's always gonna beat if you ain't quick, if you ain't sharp, him or his wife is gonna beat you to the starting blocks every time. And that is a true mark, no pun intended, of a champion. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna give it to a gentleman who always comes and inspires us every day. He's full of nuggets to drop in the nugget bucket, and he's always willing to share. So without any further ado, Dr. Mark, what you got for us this morning, sir?
Grand morning, Uncle Jock. Thank you for that pass the ball. Appreciate you and appreciate what you're gonna be doing in the studio. Glad to share. Yesterday I wanted to share some last night, but I'm just grateful to share yesterday, y'all. The 5 words work. I'm gonna tell you that now. Yesterday I went to a fishing hole, did a restaurant, get my lovely wife some lunch. So went into the restaurant. A guy was in the back sitting by himself in the booth, and I went up to the counter, ordered my lunch, and you have to sit down and wait for it because you know I was doing takeout. So I saw him in the back. I said, "Oh man, okay." I got up, walked over to his table, and said, "I got a question to ask you. Do you have life insurance?" He said, he looked up, he said, "Yeah, I got term insurance." I said, "You know, I got something better for that." And so we started talking, you know, about that for a little bit. And the phone rang, y'all. And I was standing near his table, and the phone rang, and his wife called him and kind of interrupted the conversation. So I sat in his booth and waited till his conversation was over and talked some more. So, you know, as we were talking, here come this lady and her 2 children coming in the front door to go sit down in another booth. So I got to finish talking to him, and they were the only ones in there. So I was walking to get ready to leave to get my food because the lady called me. I stopped at the lady's table with her 2 little kids and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, I think you look familiar. I'm not sure if I know you, but anyway," I said, "I got a question to ask you. Do you have life insurance?" And she said, "Yeah, I do." I said, "You have it at work?" And then I kept on going, and the 2 little girls were listening. They were probably about 5 or 6. And she said, "Well, who are you?" I said, "I'm the community life insurance agent. Me and my wife here in Douglasville, Georgia." And we were talking. She said, "I said, is it okay if I give my wife your number? We could do a Zoom meeting, talk a little bit more about if you have enough coverage for your family." As we kept talking, she exchanged a number. So she started giving her number, and her daughter called out her number before she could stop. I mean, before she could give it to me. So she called out the number and everything, gave it to me. And I was on my way out, and her daughter said, "Bye, I'll see you later." So, you know, guys, this thing works. Share with your heart, share with passion, because we're giving people life. I will not stop. We'll keep on going. And just be obedient. When you hear somebody's name, don't be afraid because you give them opportunity to change their life. I want to share that this morning.
And Mark, here's the thing. It just gets easier and it gets easier and funner the more you do it. Yeah. I'm serious, y'all. Like once you get past the initial fear part, once you get past that part, it starts to really become fun because I'm gonna tell you what happens. You start finding better ways to respond to their responses. But you're not going to learn how to get better unless you ask the question. I promise y'all, if you do it, if you ask it 10 times, after the 10th time, it's Gucci. Y'all, it's after that, you good. So thank you for sharing. And real quick, because we got something coming up a little later, the last hand that we're going to take for today is going to be Miss 𝗍𝗍 as of right now. So with that being said, who you passing that ball to, Dr. Mark?
As what I'm gonna pass this ball, I saw that hand go up. I'm gonna pass it to Miss Shantae. Come on up. What you gonna share with us this morning? The floor is yours, Miss Shantae.
Oh, good morning, everybody. So yesterday, Miss LaShonda gave me a call as I was dropping off my sisters to the airport because they were visiting me for the weekend. And she couldn't have called me at a better time to just talk to me and say, hey, we're on the same team and we haven't had a conversation. So we got a chance to dialogue and get to know each other. And I kind of got rekindled again about the business. What's funny is that I had a meeting scheduled with a young lady that's 25 years old that evening, and she encouraged me to use the team, use the resources that we had. So instead of me having a conversation with the young lady, I literally reached out to Miss V to see if she could actually take that call with me yesterday, and we did take that call. The young lady got all her questions answered, and she is going to do her AOA today. So I'm super excited about that. About a couple of weeks ago, I bought that two level up tickets with the anticipation that I'm bringing somebody with me. So I believe this was this was meant to be. So I'm very happy. And thank you, Miss LaShonda. Happy belated birthday. Thank you so much, Mrs. V. And that's a lesson to just tap into the team, tap into the resources that are available for you. So that's all I have.
Wow, so eloquent. And Shantae, how long have you been in the business?
So I've been licensed for 2 years, just really getting started in the business because I had a whole lot of transition in my life. And so now I'm kind of getting back into it.
So you've had your license for a minute, but really, like you said, this is kind of your entry, your official entry, meaning
Re-entry.
getting 10 toes down. Well, you're doing a great job and you got great coaches. Just keep following the system, follow the play, and just watch the magic happen.
Thank you.
Who are you passing that ball to, Shantae?
Did you say we only had one more hand, or can I choose it?
We got three more.
Okay.
𝗍𝗍 is gonna be the last one.
Okay, gotcha. All right. I see Miss Jen Unfiltered with her hand up. So let me go ahead and pass that ball to Miss Jen. Welcome to the call. What are you going to share with us today?
Hey team, I know I haven't been on camera, and thank you for the introduction, sweetheart. Everybody knows I kind of just moved back to Illinois, so I'm in the middle of just regrouping everything, and I'm going back to work for a little while because I've got some short-term goals I need to hit quickly. As of last night, a late conversation, it was a good thing. I have a buddy up here that I've been friends with for 20 years who wants to get a bunch of policies in place. And because I am back in the state, we, as of 10:30 last night, made a lunch date for today. So for all I know, I could end up putting in a couple of policies today, guys. And it all started with going back to that question of, do you have life insurance? So don't ever think that that question is not going to land you things. I'm back in what is considered my warm market because I grew up here, and you guys met me when I was in Tennessee and then moved to Oklahoma and everything else, and business just slowed down. Not having that warm market to work in and not being close to a town, I was too scattered away. When only living with 2,300 people in a town, it gets a little hard to get business to get going quickly. So since we have come up here, it's just an update for everybody that things are all falling into place. Things are moving quickly. Yes, I have to pull back from my business a little bit to hit those short-term goals, but either way, I'm not giving up on my business. I'm still here for my team. And as of today, we'll see what happens with these policies because it's a few IULs, a possible annuity, and some mortgage protection. So I just wanted to at least check in with everybody because I know I have not been on camera lately. I have not been dancing and stuff like that, and I apologize, guys. I'm just trying to get life back to organized again. So
all right, so here we go, Jen. Because guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna no apologies needed. So because we're in a business where when life happens, in this particular business, if you're set up properly, in any type of business, we have an opportunity when life hits you. Go ahead and ride this thing until the wheels fall off, because when life does hit you, you'll be able to be in a situation sometimes, because Jen, you're going through what I always call the storm before the breakthrough. We've all been there. We've all been there. And what it's a weird thing where it seems like sometimes, let's talk about diamonds. Diamonds, before they're all beautiful and stuff, what happens? They usually experience a lot of what? A lot of stress and a lot of pressure. Y'all feel me? Everybody on this call are diamonds. And some of us are under pressure. So handle the pressure gracefully. Handle the pressure gracefully. As long as you don't flee, don't fold, and don't fight. Just when I say don't fight, meaning get distracted fighting people. But plant your feet firm and know that you got a whole village that's behind you. So take whatever time you need to recalibrate, readjust. Sometimes you got to get out of the car. You got to do make some adjustments. But it's all right. The car gonna be right here waiting for you to get back in and mash the gas whenever you're ready. So with that being said, who you passing that ball
to? I'm Troy. Do you have your hand up or no? Because with the way that my screen lit. All right, so I'm gonna pass this back to the index voice of inspiration for all of us. I just couldn't see the hand because of the live button in front of it, so I apologize. So, all right, Troy, take it away for me. Take it away, huh?
All right. Thank you, Ms. Jen. Just know that we are with you. You are not in it by yourself, baby. We feel it. It's some pressure. If it ain't pressure on one side, it's pressure on another. That's for sure. I'm here to tell you. Well, with that being said, folks, understand that when you got some stuff going on in a different place and you got to do things a little different, that exposes you to some different people too. So you can still fuse the two. Understand, like they say, Uncle Jock always says, you don't have to go out to do your business, but do your business while you're out. I'm here to tell you, it works. And for those of you that think it is not good to be, just as Uncle Jock said, be fed every day. If you wasn't on the meeting last night to get fed, I'm telling you, you missed some good stuff. Because, man, it was hot. And soon as I got off that thing, boy, I was sending text messages to the family chat line, the team chat line, and everybody better be getting on board, because there's some stuff coming down the pipe, boy, that you need to be loading up in your pipeline for sure. The sparks were flying. And with that being said, when I get ready for this event this weekend, it's going to be some more sparks flying when we get to this Index Impact Economic Luncheon this weekend at 19763 Long Meadow Road in Hagerstown, Maryland, at Impact Ministries, as we roll out the good stuff for the community to be uplifted, inspired, and move on to the next level. With that being said, I'm going to tune off right now. This is it for me for right now. And I'm going to pass that ball to none other than the undercover lady that lays back in the cut back in Hyattsville, that comes out and shares her good stuff with the entire community. We talking about none other than Miss Donnay.
Grand Rising family, how you doing? Thank you, Troy. Happy birthday to everybody whose birthday was yesterday, this week, whatever. I was on there, but I couldn't talk. But happy birthday! And so funny story. A couple of weeks ago, I had my granddaughter with me, and we were walking, and she looked at me. She said, "Nana," and I said, "What?" And she pointed. So she runs over to the lady. She said, "Do you have life insurance?" And I said, "Oh my God, this child." I said, "Come here, girl." So
I don't know if y'all seeing what's happening as a.
She's 5 years old, right? So I'm like, "Oh my God." So I runs over. I said, "You can't do that, Indy. You can't just ask anybody a life insurance." So me and the lady got to talking. I did her number. So yesterday, she did the same thing. We were sitting in the restaurant, and soon as the lady came to the table to sit down, she said, "Excuse me, do you have life insurance?" And I said, India, you cannot do that. She said, well, you're supposed to ask everybody. And I was like, you know what? I cannot do this. This is too much for me. So we ended up talking, but the lady, she said that she was fine or whatever. So, you never know who's watching you, right?
Right.
So I gotta be very, very careful. So yesterday we walking down the hall and I said, I'm gonna get it before she get me. And I said, excuse me, ma'am. We was on the elevator. I said, excuse me, ma'am, we got life insurance. So we get to talking and she was telling me that she lost her job or whatever. So we're supposed to talk today because I'm gonna try to get her, to get on board with us. So this is out of this world. This little girl, I gotta watch her.
Hey, Donna, real quick. Don't it just get easier and easier?
Yeah.
So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Jock created a song. Some of y'all heard it. It's called the Life Insurance Anthem, right? So I'm gonna let the DJ just roll it because this is a song. I'm trying to tell you, this song is gonna keep us with that question in the front of our head. So what's the magic question, ladies and gentlemen?
Do you have life insurance?
Too broke for leads, too scared to talk. But me, I asked the question, do you have life insurance? Two answers, yes or no. Either way, I close.
Eric, play the whole thing, brother. Please play the whole thing. He just left us hanging.
I was like, really?
How you gonna leave me with my head bobbing?
Right?
This ain't bobblehead time.
Eric gonna rewind the outline.
Too broke for leads, too scared to talk. But me, I asked the question, do you have life insurance? Two answers, yes or no. Either way, I close. Agents fall off by week 1, buying leads, but they pockets gone. Cold DMs, no replies, sink or swim, they barely try. I was broke, same dream, till I found the script, learned the scheme, didn't chase, didn't plead, I just asked, do you have life insurance? Yes or no, that's the key. Say yes, cool, let's see. Old kind or new type tech, annual review, let's inspect. Say no, you unprotected, that's a convo, I redirect quick, hop on Zoom, I'll make it plain, no fear, just yeah. Do you have life insurance? That's the line. Old kind or new, let me see what you sign. Got a review? Nah, most never do. So let's take a look, I got time for you. No insurance, let's make a start. You ain't alone, but playing it smart. Can't afford it, that's what they say. But peace of mind don't come no other way. I don't need it cool, till it's too late. Fam struggling, now it's checkmate. I'll get around to it when time's not promised, my friend. Too much money, that's a myth. You spend more on brunch than you on this. 12 a month can save your name. Legacy play, that's real gain. To the agent stuck, keep pushing. One question changed my bookings. Scripts help, but belief hits harder. Say it bold and close smarter. Do you have life insurance? That's the play. Old and new, tech changed the way. Had a review? Nah, they never do. Let's run the numbers, I'll guide you through. No policy, we got options. You can't afford loss, stop watching. Life's not a game, protect your lane. Ask the question, change the game.
Yes, that was good.
Yes, yes.
So if you go inside the studio, I'm gonna be making some jingles for everybody that comes through. So you'll have your own particular brand. But I'm gonna shorten this because we're gonna make this what we need to. As long as you ask the question, this thing gonna program you to go ask the question. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm gonna do is move out of the way and give it up to none other than the index voice of inspiration, so he can transition us to the top of the hour. Mr. Troy Gandy, the floor is yours, sir.
Good Lord have mercy. We want everybody to come off mute because this ain't time to just be clapping up to give somebody some applause, but show some attitude right now.
Fired, Uncle
All
Jack.
right.
Fired.
Great.
Doing your thing, man. We love you and we appreciate
That was awesome.
you for back
Thank
in.
you. Thank you.
For sure. Nah, my goodness, man. Y'all mess me up right now.